Hey guys, welcome back to another update of my Canadian Dividend Investing Portfolio series. It has been a very long time since I have made a video. I think it's been almost a month or something like that. I've just been super busy with some other things outside of investing in my personal life, and I actually haven't really been doing much at all, except I finally made some buys yesterday that I'm going to share with you. So anyways, when I'm looking at my account here, the stock value of my portfolio is sitting around $76,807. And we're up about $2,690 for about 3.61%. You can actually see here that I've received about $3,300 in dividends. So if it wasn't for the dividends with these stocks that I hold, I would be in the red. But the dividends are what's keeping me afloat in these times that are a little bit rocky. But yeah, basically my average yield of all of my stocks is 4.31%. And that works out to about $3,312 in totally passive income from dividends that is generally increasing all the time as I buy more stocks and as these companies naturally increase the dividends, as most of them like to do. So I'm just going to run through my portfolio here and talk about the stocks that I bought yesterday, update the spreadsheet, and we're going to come back to this value here. And we're going to check to see how much this increases based on the new stocks that I buy. And I have about $435 in my account. 200 of this was a recent deposit, and the other 235 was dividends that I've received mostly in the last month or so since I made the last video. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the portfolio here. We can see that I have my portfolio right now sorted for the biggest winners at the top and the biggest losers at the bottom as we go down. And this is a view that I like to really filter by, especially in these times where the market is like really messed up. Another one that I like to sort by is the percent of holdings. So I can put maybe the biggest positions at the top. And then as we go down, we can see that the positions decrease in size. And these are maybe some of the ones that I might consider adding more into to kind of even out my portfolio in terms of having equal representation of each company. So I really like checking that out as well. And I also do like checking out the dividend yield up here, just to kind of be aware of what's going on, especially right now with a lot of stocks beat up as bad as they are. Some of the dividend yields are getting very high, so I do like to come in here and check those out, which ones of mine are over 6, because usually none of mine are over 6% or very few, and lately some more are. And as we go down the list, as again, we can see some of them as far down as 0%, with a couple of those ones are not even dividend stocks. So anyhow, let's switch back to the biggest winners at the top and biggest losers at the bottom. And come in here. So I was looking at some of the ones that are a little bit beat up, and Bank of Nova Scotia really caught my eye. This is a very solid stock. I'm down just a little bit on them, but I do like to try to buy these when they are beat up, and their dividend yield is over 5% right now, which is really good for me. And then another one here I was looking at was Power Corp. I'll show you the Sparklines in a second. Power Corp is down, was down over 12% for me, so that's and with a dividend almost 6%, I think that's pretty good buy. I'm not totally crazy about their overall long-term chart, but this still is pretty nice to buy a discounted dividend for me. And then I did have a little bit of money left over, which I dropped into Aecon. These guys are totally smashed to pieces. They are my highest yielding stock at the moment, and I thought I'll just add in a little bit more. I'm a little bit wary with these guys because I don't want too much exposure to them because they are so volatile, but I would like to slowly increase my holdings as their price is really decreased. So let's actually take a look in here at the extra Sparklines tab. This is one of my favorite tabs on the spreadsheet, where we can really compare. I can select the years. Lately I've been just doing 3 years because that still captures COVID. And then we can kind of compare each like trend line, rapidly throughout the whole portfolio of each position. So as we come down here, we can kind of get an idea that since COVID, most of them still are increasing, but we have seen a lot drop off in the last little while here on the right side of the screen. And right now these are filtered in the same format or the same order. So we have like the biggest winners at the top, and the becoming less and less, or like more losers as we progress towards the bottom. And you can actually rearrange this, like if you go into the portfolio tab and you filter by maybe, for example, a sector, something like this. This is going to group all of the sectors together, and then when you come in here and look at the extra Sparklines tab, then it's going to put in all of the like the real estate companies together, and you can really get an idea of what the general trend is for each industry, and as we go around like that. So I'm just going to put it back into the format where we had the biggest winners at the top, like that. And then when we come back in to extra Sparklines, here we go again. So here's one of them that I was looking at, Power Corporation. They're a bit down from their recent highs, but if you actually look at their all-time chart, they're trading pretty flat. So like I said, not too crazy about them, but just wanted to buy them on the discount. And then let's look in here for Bank of Nova Scotia. That was right here as well, trading at a discount to their recent all-time highs. And so I thought, not a bad time to buy these guys. And then Acon, which was down here somewhere. Acon trading lower than their COVID low, which is very sketchy to me. But with such a high dividend and a good all-time chart, let's actually pull up the all-time charts here as well in the regular Sparkline tab. Let's just look at them one at a time here for first Bank of Nova Scotia. Nice general upwards trend. You can see COVID here and then the recent pullback. So that's something I'm definitely into. And Power Corporation here, we're going to see that it is going up, but like it's pretty flat in here. Like this was back in like 2005 or something. If you check this on Yahoo Finance, we're basically at that level. So in my sense, and in my books, in the last like decade or two, it's been super flat. But again, if you're being paid out 5-6% every year that you hold them, you're still doing all right on these guys. And then with Acon here, I think you're down at the bottom. Just a general upward trend here, but very volatile, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I'm always trying to buy at these really down points, and I'm hoping this is somewhere near the bottom before they rebound again. But we're going to see about that. But either way, yeah, this monstrous yield here, and general slow upward trend, and hopefully at the bottom of the dip. So I just want to drop in the transactions tab here exactly what I bought, and I'll just save you the time and paste it in. It was basically 3 shares, 5 shares, and 3 shares respectively of BMO, POW, and Acon. So when we come back to the summary tab at the end of all of that, we can see that my available cash now is only $10. That's because I spent all 400 and something that I had. And basically by spending that 400 or so, annual dividend income went from, at the beginning of the video, it was $3,312, and now we're up to $3,341. So that's an increase of around $29 per year in totally passive income from dividends. So just by spending that $400 or so, I've pretty much guaranteed myself, an extra $30 per year. And that will actually probably grow itself as well as these companies increase their dividends in the future, as they like to usually do every 6 months to 12 months or so. So guys, there you go. That's the update for now. Hopefully it won't be another month until I make the next one. I'm going to try to get back into a more regular schedule of at least once per week, or if I can, maybe twice a week. But just bear with me, as like I said, I'm quite busy with some other things. And I'm doing my best to get these videos out to you. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the spreadsheet, shoot me an email. My email is in the welcome tab. If you're using the spreadsheet, or if you're not using it yet, feel free to download it. There is a link in the description below. And otherwise, just drop a comment and I will see you down there.